information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Bid on Fusion is proud to be the premier show sponsor for That Cat Radio. Bid on Fusion is your marketplace for wholesale merchandise. Learn more at thatcat.com/bid on fusion.
Welcome to That Cat Radio with your host, Kat Simpson.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for connecting with Kat. This is segment 2 of That Cat Radio, and we're sponsored by Bubble Fast. Remember, you can get wholesale shipping supplies at retail for your use at bubblefast.com. Use the code ThatCatRadio to get 5% off. I'm excited to bring Cliff Ennico on That Cat Radio. He's been here before. He's one of our most popular guests. Cliff is widely considered one of America's foremost small business experts and has helped more than 15,000 small businesses get off the ground over the past 30 years. Cliff is best known as the former host of Money Hunt, the popular 1990s PBS television series for entrepreneurs. Cliff hosts the Protecting Your Business channel on the Small Business Television Network and is a frequent contributor to Entrepreneur and other small business magazines and websites. A former Wall Street lawyer and business consultant. And, Cliff, we won't hold the Wall Street part against you, okay?
Thanks, Kat. I appreciate that.
Awesome. Okay, Guy, we're going to talk to you today about this one column that I just found so fascinating. Your recent column about the eBay coming breakup is very different from the sort of things you usually talk about. Why did you decide to write this? Are you looking for a job there?
Kat, do you really? Let me ask you that. You've known me for a very long time. Do you think that eBay would survive Cliff Ennico in the executive suite?
Honey, I think
really
eBay would thrive with you at the helm.
You think so? Well, if they're listening in, there's a free plug there. You know.
There you go. I hope Devin, somebody got him a copy of your column at least. So why did you write it?
Well, seriously, it's funny. We joke about my background as a Wall Street lawyer, but when I wrote this column, I'm kind of playing Wall Street lawyer in this column. Normally my column, succeedinginyourbusiness.com, is an advice column for entrepreneurs. I mean, I talk about things like how to market your business better, 5 ways to keep from being sued, that kind of stuff. In this column, though, I thought it would be good to sort of look at eBay from like 5,000 miles up and really, because I really think that this is an exciting time for eBay. It's an exciting time for people who sell on eBay. For the first time in a very long time, we as a community have a chance to influence what goes on in the corporate suite. And I know many of your listeners and many of my friends in the eBay and Amazon community, they don't read the Wall Street Journal. They don't really know or care, quite frankly, what's going on, in the corporate universe. But this is one thing that I think they should know about. Many of them are just not aware of what's going on. But we have a chance to really influence what is going on here at the corporate level. And I'm frankly very excited about what's going on.
Okay, good. Well, that answers the next question, because I was going to ask you if we should be excited or worried. I want to make sure we get everything in the next 8 minutes, so I'm glad you answered that one. You're excited. You think we should be excited, too?
I think so, too. For those who don't know what's going on, eBay is going through a major change this year. They are going to be selling off PayPal, the $40 billion company. They're also going to be selling out eBay Enterprise, which is their suite of software solutions for e-commerce companies. That's going to leave eBay, what's now called eBay Marketplace, which is, I like to think of it as the old eBay. It's the eBay that we grew up with. This is the platform where people buy and sell stuff on the site. It's going to be a standalone business. The gentleman who's going to be heading it up is a gentleman named Devin Wenig, who is a longtime eBay insider. Now, I don't know Mr. Wenig. In fact, full disclosure, Kat, as you know, I am not an eBay insider. I am not privy to inside information. I really don't know what's going on in the corporate suite, and I don't know Mr. Wenig at all. But if he has any kind of an entrepreneurial spirit at all, this is a very exciting opportunity that he has been presented, because he can really reinvent this company, and that is such a rare thing in corporate America.
I'm excited, too, and I hope somebody got him a copy of your column, and I hope you're listening. Hi, Mr. Wenig. Okay, so do you think the eBay Marketplace is really going to be his to run for a long time, or do you think it might be sold to somebody?
He basically has two choices. He's either going to sell the company or he's going to try to continue to grow up. Obviously, I hope, and I think we all hope that he does the latter, but it could very well be sold. There are two kinds of buyers in the corporate world, Kat. There are financial buyers and there are strategic buyers. Financial buyers are like private equity firms and places like that, and I really hope that doesn't happen, because when private equity buys a company, the company starts to die. Private equity firms are not venture capitalists. They don't invest in the company. They buy the company. They try to squeeze. It's usually a very mature company. They try to squeeze as much cash out of it as they can, and then when there's no more cash to squeeze out, they sell the scrap, for whatever, probably on eBay. At that point, that's going to be great irony. But so I'm hoping that if they do look for a buyer, they should be looking for a strategic buyer. There is a small chance that Amazon might be interested in, but frankly, I don't think that would happen. I think the antitrust regulators would have a real problem with that.
Right.
They talk about Yahoo possibly. One time, eBay and Yahoo were considering a merger. They might want to shrug that up 5 years ago. They might. Frankly, to me, if they were looking for a strategic buyer, the company that I would be looking at is Taobao, the Chinese version of eBay.
That's what you said in your column. Okay.
Yeah, Taobao. It's a Chinese website. They do a lot of the same stuff that eBay does, but they don't have any presence at all in the English-speaking world. If you go to the website, it's all in Chinese. You need a translator. They're having a lot of problems with people selling fake goods on eBay, exactly the sort of problems that eBay was having 5-6 years ago, and that eBay knows how to solve. It could be a very interesting strategic acquisition. I remember years ago in the early 2000s, Meg Whitman once said in a press conference that her biggest regret as CEO of eBay was that she wasn't more aggressive in developing a presence in China.
Wow.
And a merger like that could be very, very exciting, if that happens. But again, a strategic buyer, definitely not a financial buyer.
Okay, now, like I said, we're running out of time. I hate that because I could talk to you for hours. What do you think about the rumors that are going around about Google or Alibaba as a buyer?
Possibly. One doesn't know.
Who knows?
Certainly eBay fills a very particular niche. What eBay does well, very few people have been able to do well. See, my big thing is I think that eBay should return to its roots. That's if I were Mr. Winning's shoes, if I were CEO, this is what I would like to see happen. What eBay has always done well are auction-related merchandise, antiques, collectibles, used merchandise, liquidations, the kind of stuff that for which the auction mechanism is the most effective way to price things. They have always done that well. We all know eBay was originally called Auction Web, and this is really what they do. Amazon has tried to do auctions over the years. They have never been able to succeed at that. eBay has been perceived, sometimes, pejoratively so, as the world's flea market, but that is a niche that very, very few people can fill effectively. And it does fit a lot of holes in a lot of jigsaw puzzles, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I would love to see us go back and accept that designation and just circle around it, but I'm like you, I'm curious to see. Okay, on segment 1 of the show tonight, I read part of your column, and I let people know the 4 pieces of advice that you had given to Mr. Winning, just to kind of prep for you being on here. You told Mr. Winning that your advice would be stop chasing Amazon, come back to your roots as the world's flea market, become the world's leading auctioneer, and I love this one, empower, know, worship your sellers. If you could get him to listen in an elevator somewhere for 1 minute, which point of those would you try to get across that you think is the most important?
Okay, I think more probably, Kat, is the very last thing about empowering your sellers. Okay. eBay is not in the business of selling tchotchkes. That is not its business. eBay is in the entrepreneurship empowerment business. eBay has always been a place where entrepreneurs and people who don't even think of themselves as entrepreneurs can do anything from making a few extra $1,000 a year selling stuff out of grandma's attic to building $1 million e-commerce company from scratch. It helps people survive tough economic times. It gives them an extra income stream, and it empowers them in a very big way. To an extent that Amazon really does not. I mean, there are a lot of people who sell third-party stuff on Amazon. I totally get that. But Amazon does not empower its sellers. No. It's not looking to build a community of sellers, and they're quite open about that. eBay is all about third-party sellers. eBay does not sell any merchandise of its own, except maybe the T-shirts with the eBay logo on it. eBay does not compete with you. Their job is to train sellers and empower sellers to sell to buyers directly. And that has avoided a lot of the problems that Amazon has. eBay does not have to deal with the sales tax issues that plague Amazon sellers around the country because of the way eBay does business. When you buy on something from eBay, you're buying directly from me, so there's no sales tax if it's an interstate sale. eBay has not tied itself down to building brick-and-mortar distribution facilities, which Amazon is in the process of doing. And I think long-term, that's going to be a very challenging thing for Amazon because Walmart and Sears and a lot of the old line department stores are trying to reposition their stores now as online distribution centers. You know, showrooming has been a fact of life at Walmart for years. They're now, rather than fighting it, they're giving into it, and they're making their stores into places where people can buy and do stuff online. That's going to be a huge challenge, I think, to Amazon. When Walmart and Sears get a little further down the road with that game plan, eBay, on the other hand, will not be threatened by that at all. It doesn't threaten eBay's basic model at all. So I see a lot of opportunities for eBay if it embraces its roots and if it really empowers the sellers and continues to be a tool to empower the I won't call them little people because that's really unfair.
We like it.
Well, but it's true. That is really their mission, is to help these people succeed. And if it embraces that, they'll come out, I think, a lot stronger than Amazon in the long run.
Well, Cliff, thank you so much for sharing your time. Like I said, you're a lawyer and you bill by the hour, so thank you. I know how valuable your time is. We appreciate you guys. Check out all of Cliff's columns at succeedinginyourbusiness.com. And Cliff, I hope to have you back when we hear what's happening with eBay and get your thoughts on it. You've been listening to That Cat Radio Show on the WS Radio Network, the worldwide leader in Internet talk. Don't go away. Colder Ice is up next.
Are you ready to take your online business to the next level, but don't know where to find new inventory? Try Bid on Fusion. They're your marketplace for wholesale merchandise. You don't even have to leave the house. Just bid from the comfort of your own home, and when you win, your new inventory will be shipped right to your door. No fuss, no muss. It really doesn't get any easier than Bid on Fusion. So visit their website today. That's bidonfusion.com.
A podcast or radio show on WS Radio is a great way to create content marketing. Turn prospects into customers into raving fans. Contact Wade at WSRadio.com or call 866-WS-RADIO.
Progressive Medical.
This is Heidi Rue, and Progressive Medical Center is the reason why I feel better than I ever have before. And Cheryl is the same way. She heard about Progressive Medical through listening to The Fish, and she had suffered from bloating, exhaustion, and horrible acid reflux. After her treatment at Progressive Medical Center, though, Cheryl lost 4 to 6 inches, and she found out she had allergies, which was causing her to bloat. When Cheryl was asked to describe her experience at Progressive Medical Center, she said it was life-changing and educational. See, Progressive Medical Center treats your whole self. They don't just put a Band-Aid on your symptoms. One of the things that impressed me most about Progressive was that they really took time to listen to you, and they provide you with customized care. To begin your life change, call Progressive Medical at 770-676-6000. 770-676-6000.
Progressive Medical. This is your life. Live it well.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Small businesses are the lifeblood of America's economy. Every Thursday, SBA Radio interviews industry professionals and is dedicated to provide small businesses with timely insights and innovations. Visit www.sbaradio.us for details.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.